it comes to having an eye for photography, our next guest, Defoore, has the formula down. His clients include celebrities, and he also has a passion for capturing the unusual. And he's with us today to talk about what he looks for when taking photos. Good morning.
Morning.
Good to have you here today.
Good to be here.
Well, tell us a little bit about what you do and the passion that you have for it.
Well, I got into photography years and years ago after seeing an Ansel Adams exhibit. And I was a painting major when I first started college and realized I was a really bad painter pretty quickly. But the camera just captivated me, and I've been doing it ever since.
GS, have you ever taken a selfie?
Oh, absolutely. I love it. I'm my best subject, man.
There you go. What is the art for taking a good selfie? Have you figured that out?
Well, you've got to have this kind of face to start off with. But
I love it. All right.
I don't know. They've been doing these long before they were called selfies. We used to take 35mm film and just snap away, and we'd hang it in a gallery and call it art.
Yeah.
Well, and don't you think part of the art of photography was getting in a dark room and taking the time to develop the pictures? Of course, now in this digital age, are people doing that as much? Or?
Well, there are some masochists out there that are still, trying to do it, hanging in there. But it's just as hard to do a good digital as it is to do a traditional print.
Right.
And I mean, that's all there is to it. People think it's digital, boom, boom, boom. It's that, nah.
No.
It doesn't work that way.
Would you say that lighting is maybe the most important element, or is it the...
Ansel Adams used to say, you take any Hasselblad you want, I'll take a Brownie camera, and with what I know about light, I'll beat you every time.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of a science,
It's an absolute. If you don't understand lighting, you got a problem.
All right, we're going to take a look at some of your photos here.
And I love this one. There's so much depth in this.
This is in Cerrillos, New Mexico, and this is actually the town where they shot Young Guns in.
Oh, wow.
And she lived there, and I saw her walking across the street, and I asked her if I could do her photograph, and she said certainly. And the priest in the little church had just given her this photograph that she was very proud of, and so she insisted on holding the picture up. And that's about,
Are you inspired mostly by your subjects and the story that it tells?
Wow.
Things are funny. Some things I'll just shoot away at, and then later on, sometimes years later, I go back and look at it and go, wow, this is really cool. I should have used this 20 years ago.
What is this?
Is everybody familiar with Ansel Adams' famous Moonrise over Hernandez? This is the church. This is the other side of Moonrise over Hernandez.
Oh, wow.
That's the church that's in the the church, the little crosses, and then the moon. And
look at the sky. I mean, you just can't make that happen.
That's gorgeous.
And that's in Hernandez, New Mexico.
Oh, gorgeous. Look at that.
And for a photo like this, do you see this happening in the sky and you're like, hurry, get my camera.
Oh,
pull over to the side of the road.
Absolutely. I shot one just the other day that was like that. I was driving in New Mexico. Oh, there I am. And saw these crosses reflecting in my eye way off in the distance. So I jumped over the same way Ansel did Moonrise over Hernandez, jumped out with my camera and started photographing. Well, this is really cool. I did 9 frames. In the 8th frame, there's some form of a flying object flying over the mesa, and it's a spherical object. It's not in any of the other frames.
You caught a UFO?
Evidently, And I went back and I looked at it and went, oh, God, I got to get rid of this, or what is this? And, it's not artifacts, it's not an airplane, it's not a helicopter, weather balloon. That's for all the people in Roswell that's going to say it's a weather balloon. It's not one.
I wonder if it's like that for you, though, where you think you know what you're taking a photo of because your eyes see it, but the camera always sees it a little differently,
The camera
doesn't it?
sees what it wants to see, and you can make a camera do things, but I've started turning around looking behind me because I photographed, this has really got my attention, and then I always turn around because many times the photograph's back there, and I didn't even see it to begin with, and so...
And of course, you're doing something now, right, with the Cherokee Nation? Comanches. Yeah, tell us about that.
I was invited to photograph and I always get this wrong, these are the children of the original Alatees. Now, if you're familiar with the Dawes Act, or the act that followed the Dawes Act, the Comanche, Quanah Parker, they were given 160 acres. Well, these are their children.
Wow.
And I think the youngest person I photographed so far is about 80, 85, you know.
And they're so private, the fact that they've let you in
have
is
no idea.
amazing. Yeah.
I photographed this lady named Mrs. Wapp, and she was Georgia O'Keeffe's good friend.
Oh.
And she is 102, still has her hair done every week, lives by herself. You know, and never said a word to me the whole time we were in there.
How many of the pictures that you take, because I know when I take pictures, I take a ton. Do you go back and delete a bunch?
Oh, absolutely.
Look at that.
Okay, because I have a hard time parting with any picture, even if it's bad.
Oh,
That's a
you've got
very
to.
cool shot.
And this is a picture of a movie poster.
Now, what you have to understand about this theater is boarded up and falling down. Everything in this, that's me, by the way.
That's awesome.
Because your photos are they are so
Awesome.
amazing.
Thank you so much for being with us today.
Okay.
I know you're going to take our pictures later.
I am.
I can't
well,
wait.
someone said you are, so
Do I
I'm
get
going
my
to stick
day rate?
around for that. And you can check out his website for more details at gsdefoorestudio.com. All right, when we come back, I get the chance to catch up with the quirky and talented author and TV host Nate Ball. Stay with us.